You're good to go.
Hi guys, my name is Julia. We're at Ford and Need, where we're transforming young lives through the power of mentorship and through you guys being the part of our beautiful family. And we're so glad you're here watching this video with us, getting ready for our Rocket Day. We're so excited that you're going to be a part of it, and we can't wait to see you there. And today we're going to go over the details of this event so you know how to be best prepared for it and what you can expect being one of our volunteers, depending on which role you signed up for. So I'm going to talk a little bit about what our Rocket Day is. It happens every year at the beginning of the year, not for any reason, but for a very particular reason. And the reason of that is because it's all about goal setting. So as the start of the year, you might be familiar with setting some goals for yourself, usually at the beginning of the year, or New Year's resolutions. Known as that. And that's exactly what we're basically focusing on, goal setting and how important that is for kids. Just like launching rockets, it's very similar because you gather all the parts that you need for the rocket. You prepare yourself for the goals that you want to achieve this year. And so through this event, we want to encourage kids to celebrate the goals that they achieved last year, all the wins that they had, and set up yourselves and set the kids up for success this year for all the things that they want to achieve and can achieve. And that's our goal, to really show them that they can achieve anything they want. Literally, this little rocket that they're going to build can go all the way up to 1,000 feet up in the sky. And it's just amazing to me. That's also my first Rocket Day event, and I'm so excited to see the kids achieve that and get inspired through that. And through our main speaker, that's going to be Mario for the 805 event and Sandra Rubin for the 818 event. Um, and I'm so excited for them to share that message and inspire the kids through their own experiences of how they achieved goals in their life and got to where they are right now in their lives. So this is our little poster. I'm gonna switch it to the schedule of our event so you can see kind of what's going on, what's gonna be happening during the day. So as always, we're gonna set up and then begin check-in of all the volunteers and then set up some rocket supplies. And as the arrows are gonna be arriving, we're gonna have our opening ceremony as always. And during that opening ceremony, as Mario's gonna have his speech, right after that, we're gonna fill out our Aero Achievement questionnaires. If you're not familiar with those, they're exactly what we need to set ourselves up for goals this year. And they're little achievement sheets that the kids get every event, and they can tell us if there are any goals that they achieved this at any particular event. This time we also added this little box that says Bullseye Award, which is like a big goal that they can achieve every year, and they can specify what that is for them. They can pick anything they want, and it's also visible here on another sheet that they receive, an Air Achievement sheet. And as you can see, this girl picked get an A in math, and that's going to be her goal for this year. And so we want to encourage the kids to pick something that they want to strive towards and hopefully achieve that, get some tickets for that they're going to be able to spend at our Aero store and get rewarded for that. So that's gonna be a part of our opening ceremony. Right after that, parents are gonna head over to the parents session with our preschool kids, where Ava's gonna be a part of that community of that room, being with the little kids that are also welcome to launch some of our rockets if they're interested and if they're a little on the older side. Um, right after that, we're gonna start our rocket construction around 10:40, probably after we're done with our Aero Achievement questionnaires. We're gonna construct the rockets, we're gonna paint them, and all that fun stuff is gonna happen. And I think Ali will tell us a little bit more about that and how to build our rockets so you're prepared for that.
Yes, I'd be happy to share. I'm gonna share If Julia can stop sharing her screen, I think she did. Awesome. Okay, so I will show you guys a couple things. First, what the rockets look like. So we have two versions. We have a really easy one. Here, I'm spotlighted, right? Yes. Okay, awesome. We have a really easy one for the kids that are younger, under 13. So think like younger than middle school and some middle school. They can do these rockets. We're not strict with the age range. If you think as a mentor that your kid needs a really simple rocket, they're going to use the Cosmic Ray. Cosmic Ray. And they'll be passed out to you, so you won't have to memorize everything. But for the anchors, people who are passing these out, the Cosmic Rays are the younger kid ones. And then for the older kids, we have these, which are the Cosmic Cascade. The Cascade. So the Cascade rockets are for the older kids. So think like 13 and up, older middle school, high school, and they are the Cosmic Cascades. They're not that much harder. There's still not a lot of gluing. And so those are the rockets. I am not going to show you right now how to assemble a rocket because that is for you and your mentor, you as a mentor and your mentees to figure out together if you're going to be a mentor. They look like this, the packets, and it comes with everything you need for your rocket, except what you need to launch it. So there's like rocket assembly supplies. You're going to have all that on the tables, like Julia mentioned, and when they're passed out to you at the appropriate time. And then the rocket launching supplies are a little separate. So I'm going to share my screen and show you how to, once the rocket is fully designed, colored, beautiful, stickered up. Julia mentioned paint. I'm not sure if we're going to have paint, but are we?
No, it's gonna be sorry, markers and
Oh,
stickers.
okay. Okay, so we're gonna have markers and stickers, maybe one day paint, I don't know. And then we're gonna have lots of things they can do to design it, have them write their name on their rocket, and then they can get the materials I'm gonna show here that goes into the rocket to prepare it for the launch. So first, video one.
We can't hear any sound. I don't know.
Do you hear any sound or is it just quiet? No
No, I can't
sound?
hear any sound, no.
Okay, one second. I'll change the input.
Together on the bottom
How about
from
that?
burning
Okay.
and melt up and put it inside the fused tissue is simply just some
Here
tissue.
we go.
And when you crumple that up and put it inside the fuselage, it prevents the engine on the bottom from burning and melting your parachute. If that was the case and it melted together, the parachute would fail to deploy and your rocket would fall much quicker down. So for the wadding, you're just going to take some pieces and you're going to crumple it up. I'm going to put just a couple on the top here. There is a specific way that we're going to want to fold our parachute to put it in. They recommend folding it in this fashion so that it deploys correctly when the engine ends up bursting out to the top and blowing off the nose cone and the parachute at the same time. So you're going to want to lay it flat. And from here, you're going to fold it once this way and then fold it again this way. And once you have it in this narrow cone shape, oops, falling over here, you're going to fold one up and then again up and once more this way, just like that. So we'll attach this or put it in the top here. And then after all that, we're going to put the rest of the parachute and the shock cord inside the top as well. After it's all in, it should be nice and snug on the top. So there you have it.
Awesome. Okay, so that was the wadding. We call it wadding. It looks like tissue paper, but it's non-flammable so that it like protects the parachute. Please take the extra second to make sure that you and your mentee put wadding in your rocket so that the parachute deploys. If there's no parachute, they fall really fast and it can be a little bit of a safety hazard. We've not had any injuries, so we want to keep it that way. So don't forget your wadding, everybody. You don't have to fold it exactly like that guy did, but something similar to that to where it's not just like scrunched, just like folded kind of nicely. And I also have a video I'll show you of the igniters. And so for the mentors and mentees, that's all you're going to do. And then at the time after lunch, when we're ready to launch the rockets, so on the schedule, it's around 12:30, around 12:30, a little before that, we go out to the launch pad area. And at the launch pad area, we take a group photo. And then we're going to have our anchors, the people who are help anchoring the event, not the mentors, not the bows, but the anchors, a couple people that are designated in advance to do this. You guys watching this who are anchors, paying attention to this video that I'm about to show, because this video shows how to put the motor and the igniter, the motor and the igniter and the little plug to keep the igniter in place inside the motor. And so the anchors are going to do this. It'll be controlled so that only they do it. The kids won't do this part, just the anchors. I'm going to make sure the audio is right. Yeah. Okay, here we go.
Install an igniter. First, hold the igniter carefully by the head and then gently spread the two conductor leads apart by about 1/8 of an inch or about 3 millimeters. This helps make sure that the igniter won't short out on itself when installed, which is the #1 cause of misfires. Next, we're going to bend the attachment ends of the igniter into a simple hook shape. And then we're going to spread them out a little bit. This does a couple of things. First, it allows for a more positive mechanical connection between each igniter lead and the launch control system. Your igniter leads will be less likely to slip off when you walk away from the launch pad. Second, it provides a more robust electrical connection. Bill Stein of Estes showed me this trick many years ago, and he calls these bunny ears. Next, take the prepared igniter and set it.
He says prepared because you want to have the igniter, the prepared igniter. You want to have the motor already in the rocket at this point. So first you put the motor in the rocket and you're holding the rocket with the motor in it like he's holding it here in this image. And then you put the igniter once the motor's already in the rocket, or else the igniter will probably fall out when you go to put the motor in the rocket. It's not the end of the world if you do it wrong, but it'll take longer.
Into the nozzle of the motor, making sure that the pyrogen end, the blob, is in contact with the propellant inside. In other words, make sure it won't go in any further. Bend it over, and then place the igniter plug into place. Our motor is now ready for installation in the rocket. Here's a rocket that we have ready to fly. When we put the motor into place, we're going to make sure that the igniter leads are on the side of the rocket opposite the launch lug and the engine hook. This helps get the igniter leads away from the metal launch rod once the rocket is in place on the pad. Finally, we'll raise the rocket up off of the blast deflector. A simple clothespin is great for this. There's still a couple things we can do to reduce the possibility.
Okay, the rest of it we will do together, and then I'll play just a few minutes, like maybe less than a minute.
Of a misfire. First, we're going to make sure that our launch system has fresh batteries.
Okay, so we're gonna make sure that it has fresh batteries and all that other good stuff. And stop sharing this. But yeah, so that is both the rocket preparation supplies putting together, and then also the rocket launch preparation. And then we have these little launch pad button things that look like that gray one you saw on the screen. Ours are red, and the key has to be pushed all the way in, the little key thing. You'll see it in person. It'll make a lot more sense. And we'll have people there who kind of know what's going on to show you. And then we can let the kids press the button. So that is the rockets. Sometimes we'll do like a countdown. Hey, everybody, countdown 3, 2, 1, stuff like that. And then everybody watch, especially for some of the bigger motors. We got 3 different types of motors and they're all pretty big. We didn't get any A motors this time. So it's going to be a lot of fun. They're going to go pretty high. And that is everything I have to say about the rockets. Just be sure to follow the safety instructions. We stay behind the caution tape until it's your turn and basic things like that. And we should all be having a good time. And thank you guys for coming and volunteering with us. I'll turn it back over to Julia here. There we go. And
goodness.
you are spotlighted again.
Great. Thank you so much again for coming. We hope to have a great event with you guys and see all of you there. We're so grateful that you're coming to be one of our volunteers. You're really making a difference in those kids' lives, and we can't wait to see you there. So thank you so much, and see you on February 21st or March 14th. Bye.
And the recording. Well, I'll keep recording in case any questions are asked that
Okay.
are relevant. You guys have any questions? All right. Cool. No questions. Go team. It's going to be a great day.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
Julia.
much, Ava, for always being here, and Viviana.
Awesome. All right.
Okay.
I'm recording.